Okay, they're almost ready. Give me a couple of minutes and we are going to get started. All right, let's get going. Okay, so where are we? Okay, welcome back. We do some more embedded reporting today from the front lines. I believe we're going to go back to the Lynn March, I believe it is, region. Take a look here. Oh, Lynn of Mercy. Sorry, Lynn of Mercy. Ooh, there's a lot of people in there. Oh, there has to be some heavy fighting going on. I can't even get into that area. Shit. That's that whole cell. Oh, just wait. I think we're just gonna wait and try to. Okay, only 8 players ahead of us. Okay, well, while we're waiting to be transported to the front line, let me do some checks around here and make sure I have everything I need. Okay, 7 players ahead of us now. Not bad. Moving along. Okay, 3 players ahead of us. We are getting ready to enter the front line of the Lynn of Mercy region. Reading the chat, it seems like the Colonials are a bit demoralized with how this war effort is going. Okay. Still 2 players ahead of us. Looks like we're stuck at 2 players. Still 2 players. Come on, people. Pardon. Still 2 players. Doesn't 2 of you guys need to go to bed soon or have dinner or something? You know, I have a First Amendment right to report on what is occurring at the front lines of the Lynn of Mercy. Man, still 2 players. Ah, 1 player. Good. Okay. Okay, we are next in line. Let's get to this front line, see what kind of action we have, see what has transpired over the last several in-game days. About 10 in-game days, I believe, have passed. Maybe not quite 10, maybe only like 5. The last time we were here, we were holding the South Bridge. Had a heavily fortified position there. Wardens were trying to push against that position to get across to the West Bank. Also, there was fighting at the North Bridge, which seemed like the North Bridge is less fortified than the southern point, but the Wardens were not concentrating their forces in that area. If I was them, I would definitely go to that North Bridge, try to get across to the West Bank, and then work your way south to get behind the Colonial front line at the South Bridge. We'll see how they have done, see how if the Colonials have been able to hold them off or not. Like I said, that southern region was very heavily fortified. Looks like we're about to find out, though, so. Come on, let's load. There we go. Okay, put that there.
Is there a medic around? I'm a little bit low.
Okay, let's see. Let's grab radio. I hate to take them, but I need these binoculars. I'll put everything back into stockpile after I'm done.
Good evening.
Okay. All right, let's get to it.
How do I actually join the 113th Regiment?
Why is this so like laggy? It's skipping frames. Should not be doing this. Okay, let's take a peek this way. Why is this so fucking laggy? Okay, let's work our way a little bit more north. Okay, we definitely have Warden infantry on the west bank of this South River. What can I get? I can't see up there. This is such a laggy piece of shit right now. Okay, the Wardens have several tanks positioned on the east bank of the South River. There does not seem to be a lot of fighting going on there, because they are on the west side. Ooh, and they have tanks over here. They have pushed us. Okay. I can't see with this. Okay, we have definitely lost the North Bridge. We have been pushed all the way back. They haven't been pushing from the South Bridge because they don't need to anymore, because they did what I was talking about in the first report. They have pushed across the North Bridge and then south, and they are hammering our front lines right outside of Nether. So we are attempting to hold them there. This is not good. This is not good. Our positions are definitely being hammered. We need to find out where this fighting is. Why is this all... Let's see something. Oh, I'm stuck in the razor wire. Damn it. Hold on.
Listen, someone look y'all in front of me. Cool.
They push up on our trenches.
Okay, we have Wardens seemingly attempting to build some foxholes, and they are holding position north of Nether and our front line here. Ooh, there's a couple of tanks. Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on our front line.
We have tanks on the way. Prepare to rush with them.
Yeah, they have heavily fortified a position north of our front line, in front of Nether. They have definitely worked their way across the northern bridge and come south and have pushed us off the bridge defenses. So they have gained a lot of ground. They have definitely gained a lot of ground, and they are fortifying positions in front of the front lines of the Colonials. They have moved tanks across the river, which leads me to believe that at one point, one of these bridges have been intact, whether it was the south or the north. Let's see if, can't quite see if that bridge is intact from where I'm at right now. Okay, heavily fortified position right there. We have infantry, machine gunners in trenches. Ooh, they're behind our razor wire, so they have gained a lot of ground. This is no good, no good. Oh, and they are shelling our front line. Like I said, they have at least 2 tanks in the area. They had a tank or 2 across the southern bridge on the east bank. See what else we could see here. Okay, our trenches have been just pounded. They are nearly destroyed. Oh god, and now they have another tank. So it leads me to believe, I can't visualize it right now, but it leads me to believe that this southern bridge has been rebuilt, and they are now streaming infantry and tanks across. Some flares so we can see the battlefield here a little bit. Oh yeah, we have wardens all over on this side. They have completely taken the northern bridge. They have pushed us all the way back beyond the southern bridge. Like I said, our front line is now Nether instead of fighting at the bridges to keep them on the east bank of the river. Okay, apparently the Colonials do have tanks on the way to come help fortify this position. So you can get eyes on these tanks here. Okay, here comes the tank. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. So now the Colonials have a chance to push the Wardens back. They need to get them onto the east bank of this river, though. They cannot allow them to set up a fortified position on the west bank, on the west side, especially right across the front line of Nether. And the small arms fire from the bunkers continue. See if we can get eyes on the Warden side, see what they're doing right now. Still attempting to build more foxholes. Looks like they've been pushed off that position, though. They have been pushed off. We have a armored vehicle. No, that's a supply truck, it looks like. Okay. So our tanks have now come, and they are pushing back the Warden forces. Let's see if we can move up in the front line a little bit. Ooh, we have artillery shells landing around us, though. This is not safe.
Their storm guns are artillery's getting accurate.
And yeah, they're dialing in that artillery from the reports we're hearing.
Michael, we were at the forward trench facing all where those tanks are by the left ridge to the left.
You got gassed.
You got gassed, yeah.
Okay, the south bridge is destroyed right now. So, they probably fed over from the north bridge. Oh, we have a big infantry advancement coming. They're trying to build these pillboxes as fast as they can. Where did our tanks go? I think the tanks are outside of my visual range right now. Heavy small arms fire on the trenches and bunker systems. Now, this position has definitely been pounded. Look at the state of these bunkers where just a few short hours ago, this was all intact. Oh, they are pounding. They're pounding this front line.
Okay, cool. Right on, right on.
Hey man, it's not about the size, it's how you use it.
Everything at 100 miles per hour hurts. I feel you, man.
Ooh. Okay, who is in that? I don't know. Okay, we need to get into a better spot to see the action, but artillery and small arms are landing everywhere. This is not safe to be reporting from. Okay, we have visuals on the tanks. They're definitely still pushing north. Looks like they are driving back the Warden forces up towards the northern bridge. Let's take a look at the map and see what we're looking like there. So many of our positions have just been wiped out in such a short amount of time. So we have no presence to the north right now. Okay, we have small arms fire up here to the kind of northwest area in front of Nathair. And there's a bunch of Warden infantry running between the foxholes now. Okay. Uh-oh. Where'd I go? There I am. Okay, we have lost track of the tanks, so it leads me to believe they are continuing their push north. The tanks, the Warden tanks, seem to have fallen back as well.
Negative.
Now, I can't get far enough north to be able to take a look at what is going on up there, whereas previously I could keep an eye on both bridges, the north and south. They are just hammering us with artillery. Seems like there's more fighting to the west. If I can go a little bit more west, I could find where this action is occurring at here. Every time you look, there's just more and more foxholes. So they are really attempting to kind of fortify this position, get themselves some cover that they can lay some effective suppressing fire on our front line. I noticed that they did have a watchtower going up in some area. Can't find it now in the dark here. here's that watchtower. I think I can see it kind of in there. A lot of small arms fire. I wonder what happened to those tanks. Why aren't they pushing on these entrenched infantry from the Wardens here? See if we can find them on the map. Yeah, this is not looking good. If they could break this front line into Nether, if they could push that, I mean, the next stopping point is the bridge right before Ulster Falls. To the east of Ulster Falls. So this little bridge area right here, if they could break this front line, okay, this is pretty much clear sailing to here. I mean, there's a lot of fighting to do there. There's a lot of... it's a very heavily fortified area, obviously. But you get enough armor and troops up here, you push everybody back, get them to fall back to this bridge, push them across to Ulster Falls, and then you could pretty much wipe out this whole Nether region right here. Like I said, they probably came from this bridge up here. The south bridge is definitely destroyed, so they probably repaired this bridge, came from the north, and worked their way south, and have been pushing back our front line steadily ever since. Now, it looks like we're trying to push north and get them back closer to Nether. Don't know how effective that's going to be. We do have armor in the area, though. Where did they end up going? There they are. Okay, so they are back in there again, making another push, going right over the razor wire there. So this armor has effectively halted their advances, halted the Warden's southern push, and are moving them back. Okay, we're pushing them further north.
Holy shit, is anybody in this trench still alive?
Yeah, I made it.
Dax, you survived that. Oh my god. I watched basically everybody get fucking vaporized.
Yeah, I'm just built different.
I'm built different. Yeah, these trenches and these bunkers have been just shelled so hard. They are almost completely gone. And it looks like the armor has effectively pushed the Warden advances far enough north to where we can't really see the action anymore. So, as the frontline embedded reporter that I am, we are going to move position, try to get a little closer to the action, and see if we can get a peek at what is going on.
No.
Oh fuck, brother. Nick Nells, do you have a bandage?
No, sir. No, sir, I do not.
Boys, I'm a sniper. I can't really run it back.
It's all good.
Dax.
Okay. Morning is breaking now, so we're starting to get some light, and we can take a good look at the battlefield here.
Help me move this thing real quick, please.
I'll do my best, bud. Here we go.
Well, we're going straight into the front lines. The way I got in here, I can't go back. I went past that jeep.
Push left side.
Okay, so let's take a look.
If you bring a medic, you know you need to go get the medic uniform.
Okay, we have a couple of Warden tanks now pushing against our armor, and we do have infantry in these trenches up here. Like I said, this is north of Nether.
I wonder if so we can support the tanks, because they're getting fucked up by armor cards.
Okay, so our tanks are taking a beating. This is not a good sign. Not a good sign. If these tanks...
Take my spot. I'm a sniper. I'm not even...
Oh.
This is all you had at the time.
I'm an MG.
Oh, shit. Oh god, this is the worst spot.
Okay, so the Warden tanks are backing off.
What's up?
At least
Whoa.
temporarily. to regather, probably repair, refuel, rearm, and get back into the fight. Our guys, the Colonials, are also falling back, probably for similar reasons. I know they were just getting shelled pretty hard. Probably have some repairs to do.
No, I understand that, but we need a little bit more detailed as far as that is concerned.
We're pushing north until...
Okay, now we have, okay, here's that watchtower they're building. Now we do have wardens coming across the bridge from the east. This is the southern bridge in front of, just north of Nether. They are holding the west bank of this broken bridge here. They have moved along the west bank of the river and using that as a flanking position to lay covering fire on our infantry in this trench. Now you have the infantry flanking there, and you have the armor pushing from the north. With
I'm in the maximum amount of squads I can be in.
Sweet.
there were infantry in this. Can't get a visualization of them right now, but they do have infantry with these tanks up here in the north. So they are hitting us on two fronts right now. They are flanking from the west bank of the river, just on the south bridge, okay? So let's take a look at the map.
Over here. I'm in the trench.
Okay, so we have...
The left side, you can push it.
This bridge is destroyed. We have
That's Brad, you can push the left side.
Warden infantry along this bridge on this west bank of the river here, and they're coming just north of the bridge on the west, putting small arms fire onto our infantry to keep them tangled up, so it leaves our armor exposed. Our armor is positioned roughly around right here next to this number 8, and Warden forces do have some tanks a little bit north of that position and some trenches and bunkers around here. They have some infantry in, so they now currently have a northern front between the two bridges, and they have a flank on the west bank of the river here. Okay, it looks like maybe we have pushed them back. Nope, nope. Here they come. They're pouring over again. Okay, we're having some close quarters combat. We have a man down at the base of the bridge here. Okay, we were getting some effective suppressive fire on that bridge, and we are forcing them kind of back a little bit, maybe. At least keeping them from advancing. Is there anybody on this west bank anymore? Does not look like we have any troops on this west bank. And this still is, this is a better situation than it was a couple of minutes ago. But still not good that we are fighting this from two fronts right now. See if we can get an eye on their tanks. Oh, and they have another watchtower there. So they are really working on setting up some fortifications. They have some storage. They can keep supplies at their front line here. Their tanks are a little bit out of range. I don't think I can see their tanks right now. Okay, find ours. Ours are here. Okay, so we have continued to push north. And actually, we're really making a big push north. We are where they're... Oh, we have an artillery piece coming up. They do have some men in that trench right there that we just lit up. That's about as far north as I can see, so I can't see where their positions are from there, but we've definitely pushed back their northern front. How are we doing to the east here? Okay, there's still a small contingency of infantry holding the west bank of the south bridge, taking small arms fire, returning small arms fire. They're trying to suppress. We have some more reinforcements coming from the Wardens. But we have some heavily fortified positions here.
How's it looking up there?
We've lost, actually, a good amount of our fortifications. We had pillboxes all over this region, and they've been decimated to the point where they're pretty much gone now. They are gone and just been replaced with simple foxholes and trenches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they lost that razor wire barricades and all that. So there's some intense small arms fire again at this bridge. It looks like our tanks have pushed their forces further north, back towards Lethair and the northern bridge area. I don't know how far that has gone yet.
Give them hell, boys. Yeah, be careful. There's tanks up front.
Oh, wow. Okay, so something happened to our tanks, and they are gone. And now we have 2 enemy tanks, 3 enemy tanks, and a little artillery piece here. And this is definitely not looking good. They are making another push, repairing their tanks and whatnot. They're going to make another push south to our Lethair front. If they can make it there, they might just be able to run right through it. I'm still trying to fight this on 2 fronts, and we are spread thin. Do we have any armor, any tanks in the area? Okay, we are trying to build up some more bunkers. We're taking casualties up here on this front line. Looks like a little infantry push from the Wardens. Once they start shelling this front line, things are going to get a little hairy. Where did our tanks go? Did they just destroy our tanks? Because I am not seeing them. Not unless our tanks have pushed too far north and allowed other enemy armor to get behind them without them noticing. Which you would think somebody would let them know they need to fall back, because we are now having our front line shelled by artillery and tank shells. Or at least we're about to be, as soon as they get them situated, refueled, rearmed, what have you. Yep, and they're continuing to build up their fortifications here. Looks like they're going to be digging out some trenches. They have some foxholes coming. Yeah, they're bringing up supply truck. So they are getting the logistics guys in here, dropping off supplies to this front line, repairing the tanks. Looks like they have plenty of storage going on. And it'll be interesting to see if they start really building up this area to create a really entrenched front in front of Lethair. Now, having all these mines out will help. Not an end-all, be-all to stop those tanks, though. Still action on the south bridge. They're still pouring over from the east to the west bank. Oh, and they are now across the bridge. We have some infantry heading up the west bank north. We had a guy come south. I don't know what happened to him. I'm assuming that's him on the ground dying now, but you never know. Oh my lord. Okay, very large infantry build up in this trench right here. And they are now laying the gas in our trenches. Okay, we've got the gas grenades going off. That's going to push back our front line. And the tanks are right up to Nether's front line. This is not good. For our safety, I think we are going to have to fall back. Wardens are making a very strong push right now. Now they're trying to build a watchtower. Okay, so they're going to fortify right up to our front line here. Got their supply trucks, got their tanks and artillery. They're building trenches on this back line here. They had a trench built with just a ton of infantry in it. I can't find it right now. It was this one right here. Ooh, and they have breached into our, they have built this trench into our front line. Oh, this is no good. We have a supply truck that is about to get overran by Warden forces. I hope there is just not a ton of stuff in there. That's no good. Oh, we have a very large group on the west bank of the South Bridge. Again, keeping our fire split between two fronts, their northern front and this west bank of the South Bridge. They must have taken out our tanks, because our tanks are nowhere to be seen. No one's asking for them, so I believe they are probably out of commission. Oh, they have built the watchtower. It is official, the watchtower is built. They are streaming troops over our northern front here. They have pretty much broken this front line, and yes, they have pushed us back. We actually probably should fall back again, because this whole area is about to become Warden controlled. So we are going to fall back more towards Nether.
I'm just trying to do what I can.
There's like a half-used medkit in there. Can someone use it to heal me?
Does anyone up here have binoculars?
No, there's some in the.
Okay.
What do you need transport?
And they continue to move vehicles towards this front line.
Which boy? Do you want to help us use the artillery?
Hell yeah.
Alright, pull this back a bit. Grab some 120 shells and prepare to load it. I'm gonna act as you guys' spotter on the television commands and bridge boy, okay?
Okay, we have lost visual on the South Bridge, essentially, because we did have to fall back as this front line is being pushed south towards Nether. It sounds like the Colonials are attempting to get some artillery up and someone's spotting, and hopefully they can start landing some shells around these tanks and this front line. This trench over here to the right was important. They had a bunch of infantry streaming through this trench.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Looks like we have landed some artillery on their tank and immobilized at least one of them. Yes.
Behind these buildings.
Okay, so we have taken out a tank, it looks like.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome.
No problem.
I thought everything would be better when the tanks arrive. Nothing's getting better, it's getting worse.
Okay, let's see if we can find the action here. I cannot tell if that west bank of the South Bridge is still occupied by Warden forces. We are moving another tank up, though. We are moving a tank up to the front line.
Yeah, it was like a couple hours ago they built a bridge up north.
Okay, so that's confirmation that the northern bridge was rebuilt by Wardens so that they can get over and then make a southern push towards the fair. Okay, so we are moving a tank into position. We have some artillery going. It looks like we might be able to slow down their advance at least a little bit here.
Cannon, let's go.
And they got some more storage built, so they are going to try to resupply this front line. I don't think they quite have the tactical position to be worried about that yet. I think they need to kind of secure this area a little bit more because you know, we're about to make a push to try to get them off this front and back more towards Lethair in the northern bridge. Looks like a vehicle's going to circle around here. I don't know if they're going to attempt to kind of create another front on this southern bridge here, but I think our forces have been pushed back to the point where they can't use that as a flanking position anymore.
Hey, help me.
Like I said, just about 10 minutes ago, our fire had to be split between this west bank of the south bridge, where they had a bunch of infantry and machine gunners shooting down into our bunkers here in our trenches, and also the northern front where infantry and tanks have been pounding our front line.
He's kind of blind.
They've moved another tank into there. One falling back.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so let's take a look at the map and see what we have going on. Again, we are essentially right on the front line again, and we are probably going to need to fall back. We have a very large push, it looks like, from that southern bridge, the west bank of that southern bridge. Looks like they are coming from this area, and they're taking up positions right here. And they're going to try to breach in and push us back towards Lethair from there. Because you have that group. See if we can get an eye on them. We have this group over here on this west bank of the southern bridge. Can we find them? Can't get visualization on them. Can't visualize. But they're here. They're here somewhere.
Hey, you're right.
And then, you know, couple that with being shelled. Oh, their tanks have fallen back, it looks like. But again, here they go, trying to build other fortifications, putting up a pillbox, which would be an issue if they can get a couple more there. They can really fortify and keep this front line.
Is right. Shit, I got sniped, motherfucker. He's there.
Okay, now they're trying to circle around with their tanks to get behind our front line. This is not good. This is not good. Can he make it through here, or is he going to get stuck? Oh, he's about to take out our bunker. Oh, we are very close to... Ooh, we're injured. I'm injured. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out.
Don't go in there.
Took 4 pistol shots to down that man while he was just placed in the center.
I need a medic. This is no good. I'm gonna bleed out. So they have pushed this front line. They have wounded the embedded reporter, who is probably going to die. So this is not going good. There I am. Oh, right in front of the medic. Look at that. Perfect. Thank you, Doc.
Sorry about that.
What is that? What the... I got this. No, don't.
Oh shit. Already?
No, it's snipers.
Okay, we need to go. We need to fall way back. We are too close to this front line. It is chaos. It is absolute chaos.
Just get close as much as you can, because the last thing we need is them rushing in here.
They had a close gate on me. I could open it, but don't want to give them the opportunity to break through this front line by accident.
Contact left side. Fucking barbed wires.
Make sure you only use that on vehicles. Don't use that on infantry.
Up to here.
We have some emplaced weaponry up there on that ridge, it looks like. Yep, got a bipod.
You can get
They are
but, like, make sure you're not blocking these.
feverishly building the pillboxes here, trying to fortify this front line. They're moving more tanks and armored vehicles into the area, building up their trenches, and they are pretty close to gaining a pretty strong foothold right there. We got more of their troops into our blown up bunker and trench regions. Like I said, this is right outside of the northern front of the Nether region in the Linn of Mercy.
Shit. I only need to repair things right now.
Okay, everybody, so it is not looking good here. Okay, this is a very hot area. I believe it is time for us to make our retreat and to call this a report. Oh! What just happened?
Fuck.
So all sorts of bad news at the Linn of Mercy, everybody. The Colonials are being pushed back hard. They have taken the northern bridge. They have essentially taken the southern bridge as well. They have troops on the west bank of that bridge. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so now they have the complete northern front. They have pushed us way south of that southern bridge and almost completely out of this area. They have shelled this entire region here, pretty much destroying all the fortifications we had built up. Like I said, if they can get through here, there's nothing stopping them until they get to this bridge right here on the east side of Ulster Falls. Actually, Ulster Falls over here. The east bridge before the Ulster Falls bridge right here. So they will get maybe bottlenecked right here, and we're going to have another kind of stalemate situation going on. Unless they then pour troops down and they can come around into this region and circle around and try to pin the Colonials in on two fronts here. This is a very touchy situation. It is not looking good for the Colonials. The wards are continuing to push. And at this point, it looks like it's just a matter of time before this whole region is warden controlled. So, with that said, we're going to fall back. We're going to call this the report. That'll do it for right now. We're going to come back maybe tomorrow and see what the situation is. These situations are fluid. Just a couple of days ago, we were pushed. Let me show you on the map here. Just a couple of days ago, we have pushed all the way to this Outwich Ranch region. Okay, we had pushed them across this, across this southern bridge. And we kind of bottlenecked right here in this mountain pass, but then eventually did push them all the way right outside of Outwich Ranch. The Wardens had circled around our front line, though, and were up on this ridge, laying into our guys, which caused Colonials to fall back to the bridge, the southern bridge here. And then eventually, we're back to a stalemate on that southern bridge. So that day started with a 4-hour stalemate at that bridge. We had about an hour of fighting in Outwich Ranch, and then we were back to the bridge within a half an hour of that. So while they have made significant advances on our position, They have not moved our front line as far back as we had moved theirs the previous day. So when we come back to this, we might have this whole area again, or we might already be pushed all the way back to Ulster Falls. It's going to depend. But right now, it is not looking good. Anyway, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Nells&SonsGaming is out. Peace.